All right, everybody, happy Friday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. All right, we're coming in strong. We're finishing the week out. If you had a busy week this week, put a one in the comment. If it's been wild and crazy, Lance, don't worry about putting a one in the comment. We know we know you've been busy this week. We can see it. Yeah, everybody's like, "Woo, it's been crazy, crazy." Well, happy Friday. We made it to the weekend. And this is the perfect word requested by Cheryl Elliott, okay? Because Cheryl must have had a busy week this week and said, I need this. And it's called renew. Renew. Yes. But before we get into it, there's actually a gentleman. He works during the day, but he goes and listens sometimes. Calvin Battle. It's his birthday today. Pat knows Calvin. And Pat, I got to give you a big shout out, lady. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. I saw her transformation today and I was just gleaming with excitement. Congratulations, lady. All right, Calvin Battle, we hope you have an amazing day. Let Mr. Freddie in. Okay. So, renew. How important is renew? To make or become new, fresh, or strong again. Let me say this. I have this imaginary in my mind button, and it's got in big bold letters reset, reset. And I just want to let you guys know that I have had to replace that button so many times in my life because I have wore it out. Like boom, 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 reset, reset, reset. Does that make sense to you? How many of you have ever fallen off the wagon in your business, in your health journey, maybe a relationship or relationships, maybe spirituality, like you're like, I have not read the Bible in like 12 weeks. Oh, surely not, right? That's never happened to anybody in the world. Just kidding. So sometimes you got to just start fresh, start new, start strong again. You got to hit this mental reset button that you're like, okay, I'm not going to beat myself up anymore because I've put on 5 pounds. I'm just going to hit the reset button. Steven's like that. He's pointing at himself. Me too. Me too, Steven. Yeah. Like, guys, I see it all the time. I see it in myself. But I see people that beat their self up mentally because they've fallen off track. They've watched their paycheck go backwards. They quit doing the meetings. They have distanced themselves from their team. They're done all this and they will just absolutely drag their self through like the gravel, the mud, and everything. Don't, don't just hit the reset button. Like, because if I've picked up 10 pounds, why dragging myself through them? I'm just going to pick up 15 and then 20 and then 25 and then 30 and then 35 until I finally go reset, reset. So now what does it look like? Does everybody follow me? Like maybe let me know. You give me a thumbs up. Okay. Actually, God gave us this. Every day is a chance to renew. Every day. Every day is a chance to wake up in the morning and go, man, today's a miracle. Somebody didn't wake up today. I did, though. What am I going to do with it? Renewal requires like opening ourselves up to new ways. Like I'm going to hit the reset button. I'm going to open myself up and go, you know what? I have let myself slip, reset. Now, what am I going to do? And this is really simple this morning, this message. What am I going to do when I hit the reset button? I'm going to build a new blueprint. Okay, I'm going to use examples. Let's say I fell off track with my health goals and I've started drinking Diet Cokes and Snicker bars and eating pizza every day. Surely you've never done that. Gelato ice cream, right? Brenda Carlton, like, ah, I can't believe you're not that disciplined, Brent. So, no, I'm kidding. She's not saying that. She's not judging me. But here's the thing, like it happens to us. So if I take it, that mental reset, I'm like, boom, I'm going to hit the reset. I'm going to quit beating myself up. I'm going to go to Dick's Sporting Goods and I'm going to invest in me a pair of new tennis shoes, new running shoes. I might even get me a pair of new shorts. And before you know it, I'm going to hit a start date of tomorrow. I'm not going to hit a start date of like 2 months from now. And I'm going to develop a plan. Okay, all right, Brent. I got to exercise 45 minutes a day, twice a day. I'm going to figure out a way. Here's when I'm going to carve out the time. And I'm setting this blueprint for now to get back on track with consistent activity. I'm going to use another one. Oh my goodness, every Friday I'm seeing my paycheck go backwards. Well, listen, you can worry about that and you can watch it every Friday, and guess what it's going to continue to do? Go backwards. And then you're going to drag yourself through the mud and through the gravel, get mad, whoever, yourself. And it's like, no, just hit the reset and then create a blueprint. Okay, what did I do when I was growing? Oh, wow, I hadn't done that in a while. So you start to develop a plan. I'm going to put this meeting together. I'm going to do this many exposures during the day. I'm going to do this. Like you start to put a plan together. I'm going to take so and so to lunch. Like I'm going to carve out some time to go meet with them. Like you just simply start and then you look up in 90 days and you're like, wow, my check's going back. My business is growing. Isn't that interesting? Right? Or you slipped away from maybe spiritual journey and you're like, okay, I got to create a blueprint. I think what happens to most people in their spiritual walk is life, busyness. And they start carving out so many time zone things during the day. And it just becomes where it's like, there's not enough time in the day for that. Hey, that's pretty important. Okay. So I wouldn't advise that. So guess what? Carve some time out that's specifically your blueprint for your spiritual walk, whatever that is. And that's I guess my thing is I'm pointing at myself and going, guys, I have slip ups all the time that I'm hitting the reset, even mentally. Like I see it all the time. I mean, use my business, for example. Volume's up. Oh my gosh. Woo. This week, volume's down, mentally in the shed. Mentally in the shed. It's like, I can't spin this roller. Like, I gotta create a plan and I can't go in the shed when the plan is starting to get disrupted. I just gotta look for solutions in my health, in my business, in my finances, and all of that. And to me, that's what the word renew really means for me. So, Andrea, I'll turn it to you, and I have taken up way too much time. Sorry.
You took up the perfect amount of time. And I have to say, first of all, if you're wearing out your imaginary reset button, that's not a good sign because it's in your imagination. And then two, the Snickers and the pizza sounds really good to me right now. So as I feel like that should be in my future. So that might not have been the point of your lesson, but that was my that was my takeaway. The quote that I found was, "We must always change, renew, rejuvenate ourselves. Otherwise, we harden." And I think about in so many different times in our life, we forget that we have to renew and we watch ourselves get a little bit, well, less pliable, right? We get a little bit harder. Maybe we get a little bit softer in some ways, but we move in the direction that we don't want to move in because we're not looking at how we can improve, how we can renew, how we can just make ourselves feel a little bit fresher, a little bit better. So, what I looked into was, okay, well, how do we do that? And first of all, I've got to look at my habits. What are my daily habits that I have in my life, and are they habits that I want to have, right? They're habits like, you know I always think of Dr. Bob, but am I flossing my teeth every day, or am I going to bed with a piece of candy in my mouth, whatever the opposite of flossing my teeth would be. But am I doing habits that are moving me in the direction that I want? So, going to bed a little bit earlier, fueling my body appropriately, turning off the TV when it's things that are just feeding me negativity and I'm not learning, whatever it may be, but choose the habits that are actually going to serve me. So, getting into my Bible every day, or moving my body, or making sure that I pick up the phone to talk to the people that I love and that fill my heart as often as possible, whatever it is. But what are the habits? And am I doing habits that are going to renew me, or am I focusing on habits that are actually depleting me? Next, am I surrounding myself with good people? I love the Coach's Corner. You guys are such good people, and it's so good to see your smiling faces and everybody interacts and all of that. And it doesn't it like, even the days that I couldn't be here, I don't know if you guys know, but I stalked the Coach's Corner because I didn't want my camera on. I didn't want to see anybody, but I sure wanted, or I didn't want anybody to see me, but I sure wanted to see you, because it feels good to be around people that feel good. So are you surrounding yourself with good people who you want to become like? Because that helps us renew ourselves. And sometimes we got to renew that social group in order to get around the better, the people that are going to help renew us. And that's okay. Next is practice gratitude. If I really want to know all the good things in my life, I just have to list them. Sometimes we forget. And a great way to renew ourselves is just to take a moment and say, you know what? I'm so grateful for fuzzy blankets and smooth sheets and puppies and babies that leave dishes in the sink because I know they're fed, and all the little things that we can absolutely get grateful about. And you know me, I'll get leaky eyed, so I can't even talk about it too much, because when we focus on gratitude, it absolutely renews our spirit. And then I'll end here because we're running out of time. But a great way that we can renew ourselves is to go face a fear. We all have comfort zones. Even you super brave people that do crazy things like jump out of buildings, or I don't even know what. But even those, you still have a comfort zone. And if we really want to renew ourselves, we're going to go stretch it. So go find something that scares you a little bit. Maybe it's like me and it's talking to somebody new or driving on a freeway overpass. I don't know, but go do something that scares you and feel that renewal in your spirit. So thank you for this word this morning, Cheryl. It was a fun one.
So I'll tell you something that scared me. We're putting together a program, like a 12-week program. Have you ever had some technology that didn't work? Like I'm on with the team at midnight last night. I'm like, are you kidding me? So sometimes you just got to breathe and just laugh and go, it's all going to work out. Like, we will get it working. And, so you just have to, just go with the flow. One thing's for certain. This life we're living is going to come with all kinds of twists and turns. That's been ordained. So we just got to know that, right? And so, anyway, great lesson. Cheryl, thank you for the word. Guys, we love you. We're grateful for you. We hope you have the most amazing weekend ever. So, happy Friday. Let's go change the world. See you guys.
God bless.